Hi everybody, Jo here again. Thanks so much for popping in today. I hope your day's going well and I hope you're having a good week. Now, whether you're heading into autumn or whether you're heading into spring, really depends where you live. But I thought I'd come in today with a card suitable for our current challenge. And the current challenge for September is Autumn Hues. So even if you're going into spring, I'm sure you could still make a card with the colours of autumn, couldn't you? So I thought it'd just be fun to create this lovely design, and I love looking at different ways of creating designs. As you know, I love wreath cards. They're just something I adore creating. And when I came up with this idea, really all comes because of the new colours of the VersaFine Clear ink. I just love using them. So this is what we're going to create. And I do hope you love this idea and that you'll create along with me. So you need a piece of the A6 multifarious card, and I've just popped a black line round the edge. You can mat and layer on black card or another colour if you wish. Now what I've done is I have put my VersaFine Clear inks next to me. Now you can't see it, but I'm going to show you the colours. And what I decided I would do, because I wanted autumn hues, I'd get out all my colours ranging from yellow through to orange, red and then brown, and just see what I'd got. So, and I've put them in order that I'm going to use them. So I shall tell you what they are. First, we've got the cheerful, and that's a lovely yellow. Then we've got golden meadow, and that's sort of a, well, mucky yellow I call it. Then summertime, my favourite orange. Then the new red, the strawberry. And then I'm moving into the brown, and because there's quite a change from that strawberry to the brown, I'm going to use Chianti. That sort of mixes well. It's sort of halfway, well, in my head, between red and brown. You know my head's a funny place. Then the dark brown, the pine cone. And then to my two new browns, the portobello, and finally the sand dune. And then, because we're going round, the sand dune will easily go to the cheerful. So I've got them next to me, and that's just how I like to work. Now, I'm going to start first with one of our acetate circle masks. And I'm going to use Sahara. I want a colour that'll just give me a base. It'll help me with my stamping. You won't necessarily see it at the end of the card, but it'll just be there. So I'm going to pop my circle mask and then just gently come round. And I don't want to come out too far, maybe 1.5 centimetres, 3/4 of an inch-ish. And again, I don't want a lot of colour, but I'll go in actually and just put a bit more on so that you can see, because I know the colours don't show up that well on the video. Right, lovely. So, can you see? That'll give me an idea for my stamping. And the stamp I've chosen to use is Leaf number 5, one of the minis. And it's amazing how much you can do with one of the mini stamps. Now, like me, I'm sure if you look through your stamps, you'll find you've got other stamps suitable for this as well. So I'm going to come in first, and I'm going to stamp my leaf at the top, and I'm just going to look for the point here and the middle of that leaf, and just use my circle as a guide and go first and second generation. And then I'm just going to clean my stamp on my copy of paper. And if you notice, I'm starting light to dark. So golden meadow next. I'm just going to move this slightly because it'll be easier for me to do first and second generation. And then on to the orange. So again, first, second generation. And then on to the red, again, first and second generation. And I've used 4 of my coloured ink pads, and I've got 4 left to use, so I know I roughly want to be halfway round. So we'll keep going. So next it's the Chianti. And again, just following that line, first, second. And again, I'm just cleaning my stamp on the copy paper. Pine cone, turn it round a little. First, second generation. Portobello. First, second generation. And then hopefully we've got just, give that a good clean. In fact, I'm just going to wipe that on my Inky Binky before we go into the sand dune, because that's a lovely light colour. And we've just got the perfect space there for first and second generation. And there we have it. I just think that's lovely. And I think the way the colours flow is just beautiful. Now, it may take you a couple of times to practice for your spacings, but I'm happy with that. If I thought there was a space anywhere, I'd just sneak in an extra second generation. Now, to do the birthday wishes, what I'm going to do is ink the whole sentiment up first in the yellow. And then when I stamp it, I want the yellow to be this side, going through to brown. So I know that I want this side yellow. So what I'll do is I'll come in with my orange and go over sort of 3/4 of the sentiment. And then I'll come in with the brown and just sort of hit the B and the I. So when we stamp it, and it sort of messes with your head at first, turn it this way round, we'll get our lovely... Now, I've chosen just to go for 3 main colours. You can swap your colours, but how lovely is that? I love that. And again, it's just a nice little twist, something a little bit different to what we normally do. Now, I'm just going to give that a bit of a blot and add a little bit of glitter. So I'm going to turn this over, and I'm going to be using our Eco Glitter, the Star Brights, the Vintage Shimmer, and our lovely Zig 2-way glue pen. Now, you can leave it like this if you want, but I just want to add a little bit of sparkle. So I'm just going to come in really in the middle and just add... Just thought it's a while since I've used the glitter. So we'll pop that on. And then tip that off. Give it a good tap, because obviously we don't want it to... It may stick slightly if the ink's still wet, but when the ink dries, it'll come off. So give it a good tap. And then this, obviously all that goes back in the pot. I'm amazed with these pots. I mean, I do think they are magic because, oh, look at that. There always seems more to go back in. I mean, never seems to go down. I wish my biscuit tin was like that, you know. I could eat them and they wouldn't go down. So, it's going to give that a bit of a blow. And there I've got that lovely, lovely shimmer. And then lastly, I'm going to come in with my Posca. Now, if you don't want to use the Posca, leave this bit off. I just want to take the white off the card just across from one corner to another. But if you're happy with the white, obviously you leave it. I know not everybody likes the Posca splats. I love them. So that just shows you. But what I do want to show you is I couldn't resist having a play. So I chose those colours because of the autumn hues for our Lavinia challenge. And again, everything's on the website. So go and check it out. But I thought I'd get my blues out. And again, I got my blues and my purples. I did exactly the same. Popped them in order. Now I had, I think, 1 extra ink pad for this. So it's slightly closer together. So I just used Della Blue in Elements for behind, and then I went with my lovely blues from light to dark, and then added a couple of purples at the end. Exactly the same as this, but as I say, they're a little bit closer together. Now this, if I wanted, I could have added an extra little second generation, but I like that. I like to see the space through. In fact, I like them both, even though they're that bit different. So there's my original. There's the blue one, and there's today's offering. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you have a little play look, even if it's just doing your sentiment in a couple of different colours. The VersaFine Claire are fabulous. And check out your mini stamps. Have a look. I bet there's other stamps you could use for this. A lovely, quick and easy card. Batch card making at its best. So have fun, and please tag me in. Can't wait to see what you do. Right, you take care, and I'll pop back again next week. Love and hugs from me. Bye for now.